Yo, what's going down? And welcome back to the Tulsa Progression Podcast. I am King Spencer, and this is where we talk, teach, and learn Tulsa music. Y'all see I'm getting my intro down, man. I'm so serious about this podcast. But always remember to give your opinion, because here your opinion matters. And like I said, man, I'm reporting live from Los Angeles. So, bear with the ambiance, that LA city traffic. But today I want to talk to you guys about some things that Tulsa artists sleep on. Now, I got this broke down into 4 things. It's 4 very important things that a lot of artists sleep on, and you got to have all 4 of these things. And I broke it down into an acronym that spells R.I.C.H, R-I-C-H. So y'all remember this, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like these are very important things that can help catapult your career and keep you in good standings. But I'll explain it right here. So rich, relationships, being intentional about your image, having clean content, and help. Let me explain. The first part of this acronym is R, which stands for relationships. It is so important to have solid relationships in your career. Like, you can't be out here burning people. You never know who's going to be where. So I think that it's very important that you treat everybody with the utmost respect, approach people with respect, and, until you're forced to do otherwise. I don't feel like you should be like charging people feature prices and not delivering on your features. If you're a producer, you know what I'm saying, spending less time so if you're charging like $40 an hour, don't do 45 minutes worth of work for an hour worth of pay. If you're a videographer, don't do half the job for all the money. You know what I'm saying? And just remember that, like, if you're working with somebody, put your whole what you expect, put that into it. So, like, don't sleep on the importance of relationships out here. Like, don't treat people like they temporary. Treat people like you gonna meet them at the top, or like they your key to the top. Treat everybody that way. Don't treat nobody like they less than. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. And I feel like a lot of people sleep on the importance of solid relationships when it comes to the music business. So that's the first part of my acronym, RICH, relationships. Now, the I in RICH stands for being intentional about your image. I got a special guest on here for y'all today. And one thing about him, ever since the very first time we worked, I feel like he was very intentional about what he will and what he won't show. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we all got to be that way. We like what you posting on social media, what you put in your music videos. Everything that you represent needs to be consistent, and you got to be very intentional about that. And it's up to you. Like, if you don't want people to know that you cuss, be very intentional about learning not to cuss, and not cussing in your social media, and not cussing in person. If you don't want people, like, I don't really got no great examples, but just simply put, like, whatever you represent, be very intentional about representing that. And I feel like that'll be a huge catapult to your career. It's a lot of distinguishing factors about, like, some of the most famous people in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if they didn't care so much about their image, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't probably be where they're at. Like, if you're a woman and you really represent beauty, embrace that. Like, don't get lazy with it. If you a gangster and you fully embrace, like, you building your career on being like a gangster, I ain't gonna speak to that, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, hopefully y'all get what I'm saying when I say it. But be very intentional about your image. Like, if you're beautiful, be beautiful. Don't get lazy on yourself and start doing ugly things and showing your ugly side, unless it's intentional, you know what I'm saying? Don't freestyle your career. Be very intentional about everything that you're doing. And that's basically what the I represents in the RICH formula. So remember, relationships, being intentional about your image, and the C is having clean content. This is one of the most important things. Like, if you just doing anything with anybody, you're really compromising your image, like with your content. Like, again, I'm gonna probably reference this artist that I'm having on today because he's the artist that's featuring today. I feel like he's another person that really has put a high standard on his content. Like, bro, even before bro was like where he's at right now, I've always noticed he's had a go-to photographer. He's only uploaded clean stuff. Like, it never was a time that I can remember in his career that like his quality wasn't consistent. You know what I'm saying? So if you doing bootleg stuff right now, keep it bootleg until you move. That wasn't what I was trying to say. If your quality is like low right now, but it's the best you can do, keep it consistent as you elevate. So like right now, I don't suggest that you like go get like the dopest, cleanest, dopest, hardest, most hard pictures and videos that you can and mix it in with like some BS that you like filming on your phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't suggest that. Obviously, there's no rules to this. You know what I'm saying? That's the first rule, is that there are no rules. But the second rule is that you got to be real consistent with your content. Make it clean. Be about your content. Don't just do anything. Don't just accept anything from anybody. Don't make emotional decisions and just put whatever out. Like, be real mindful of your content and keep it real nice. You know what I'm saying? Because people like myself are watching. And when I see somebody with some mediocre, halfway cool, below average stuff, I really don't pay no attention to that like I do somebody who it looks like they taking their career serious. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that whenever you putting stuff together. So what we got is R, relationships. I, being intentional about your image. C, having clean content. And lastly, H, help. Now, this is the most important thing of all four of them. If you really want to catapult your career and make something big from what you're doing, you will need help. One thing that I highly suggest you do is find a way to employ the people who you're around the most. So if you stand with your moms right now, stand with your grandma or whatever, and and you one of those people who got family members that actually believe in you, because I know that's kind of rare, but if your people actually believe in you, use those people to your advantage. Employ them. Me, for instance, when I first started with the Progression brand, my mom and my dad, my brothers and sisters, biggest supporters, and they all had a hand in everything that was being created. Whether somebody was pressing shirts, somebody was wrapping shirts, somebody was dropping shirts off, picking them up, placing orders. You can't do it by yourself. So maybe you need to employ your girlfriend. Maybe your girl believe in you, or your wife believe in you, or your husband believe in you, or your boyfriend. Whatever roles you got of people that's immediately around you, your best friends, find some way to let them play a part in your career. And it's going, like, 2 hands are better than one. So imagine what 4 hands or 8 or 10 or 12 hands can do. There's something that they can be doing, whether it's uploading your video on YouTube, brainstorming with you, sending you interviews or documentaries, or just watching some stuff with them, or maybe they willing to invest a couple of dollars into your career so you can get your own microphone or your own camera, or your own laptop, whatever it needs. Allow your peoples to help you. You know what I'm saying? They are gonna literally be like, they're gonna catapult your career. You feel me? And those are the 4 things that I really feel like artists are sleep on. And that's, relationships, being intentional with their image, having clean content, and last but not least, help. That's the rich formula. Relationships, intentionality, or image, content, and help. Y'all really put some thought into those 4 things. Tell me what y'all think. Did I miss something? Is that spot on? Is that spot on? Man, I got the hiccups, but is that spot on? And, let me know what y'all think, but that's what I got for y'all. 4 things that Tulsa artists are sleep on. This is King Spencer, and you're watching the Tulsa Progression Podcast. Yo, what's going down? It's King Spencer, and you're watching the Tulsa Progression Podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. Make sure y'all subscribe, follow, like, check out the merch that I got in the link below. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. I can't wait till y'all see next week's episode. Lots and lots of more dope content coming y'all way. And again, man, I can't stress it enough. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching this show and allowing my dream to become a reality, man. I really enjoy doing this. Again, I'm out here in LA with it this time. Who knows where I'll be next time. But, make sure y'all follow. If whatever you watching on, follow, like, subscribe, and you know what I'm saying, comment, man. But my name is King Spencer, and I'm checking out Tulsa Progression Podcast. Progression on me, progression on 3.